So, as many gamers do, I have been chasing a very sparse and intermittent frame rate issue. Any game, any whatever, and I know what Amit is thinking right now. This is a PC problem.
This is why I don't play on PC.
This is not a PC problem, because I've solved it now.
Are you talking about Monster Hunter?
No. It is probably more likely for PCs because of the way they're structured, but what the problem was, I finally noticed, I looked over, and my cat was laying on the vent of my PC. And the reason this could absolutely happen on a console as well, is why I say this is not a PC problem. And it would actually probably be more disastrous because consoles don't have thermal throttling, I don't think. It would just crash. But yeah, anytime you see a game that is like running fine 99% of the time, but then every once in a while your frame rate just tanks or something, you should be investigating thermal issues. I've run into it before. But what's weird is like my cat has always slept there, and I've always thought like that should probably cause an issue, but I'd never really noticed it causing an issue until very recently playing Monster Hunter.
So this brings up an interesting question, because I keep my PC on my desk, but clearly by the way you're talking about this, you keep your PC below your desk, otherwise you'd clearly see your cat, right?
I used to keep, I was actually playing on my TV behind me when this happened.
Yeah.
So my TV is below my desk, but it was on top of my desk for a long time, and she slept on it there as well. I
just love that sweet gaming warmth.
It's the heat. I've looked online, and there's actually apparently a market for like little hammocks that you can hang above your PC vent so that your cat can lay there and like experience some of that heat without covering your vent up entirely. I've seen people that like made custom
you know how
shelves.
it'll go though. Like the cat will take one look at it and be like, "Nah, I liked it the old way."
Well, yeah, you have to make the old way unavailable to them is the only way to like. Because right now I feel horrible. I'm just pushing her off, and she doesn't understand why she can't lay on the warm thing. But,
yeah.
Because cats don't understand frame rate, but I'm like trying to fight arch-tempered Jinda hot or whatever, and it's trials and tribulations in my household this week, I tell you.
That's funny. It's funny that was your Monster Hunter frame rate issue,
yeah,
and not other recently discovered catastrophic issue that Digital Foundry's kind of.
I mean, I experienced that issue. It's just my PC
I did too.
Beefy enough that it doesn't really matter. I've always wondered. So the problem Amit is talking about, there's a DLC check in Monster Hunter that on low and mid range CPUs is like having your frame rate, but only
which is just like psychotic to me.
It's like insane. Only in camp. I mean, it's psychotic to me, but also I've written bugs like this before. I also catch them and fix them, and it's insane that they didn't.
Yeah, it's crazy that just some dude on Reddit found it and like Digital Foundry verified it with him.
I mean, the reason I feel like they didn't.
You have teams of QA testers and everything, right?
But I bet all of those QA testers have all the DLC. I bet they're on like master accounts that have all the DLC, and if you have the DLC, the bug doesn't show its head.
The person who found it has previously worked with Capcom to solve performance issues.
On Dragon's
they're
Dogma.
not exactly they're not exactly some random. They know what they're looking for.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah. But they were some random when they did it with Dragon's Dogma. So like, there's some random that's ridden this coaster before, but.
And the only thing that had happened is the game was just really aggressive with its DLC checks around the news.
Yeah, and it is like there's no gameplay happening there. It's like if a menu ran bad, which happens in Halo Infinite for some reason. The menus run really bad for me, but the actual game, like where you're hunting the monsters, was unaffected. But yeah, just a weird little a little story with my cat. I have for the record, I have a heated bed not even 3 feet, like at the same elevation and everything, 3 feet away. From and surely the heated bed is more comfortable because it is not made of metal.
Dude, yeah, cats are just weird. They're weird little creatures.
No, she knows what she's about.
Yeah,
I could probably just take the side panel off, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it's probably worth like doing like a dust/cat hair check as well.
Oh,
for the inside of your PC.
Yeah. No, I do that routinely. Yeah. I didn't want to buy any more canned air, so I actually bought like a plug-in air duster thing. So I use, when it was on my desk, I cleaned it way more often. Now that it's under my desk, I don't as much. But
yeah, I go back and forth where I'm like, I do like that my PC's on my desk, but at the same time, sometimes it's like, it'd be nice to have that much more space on my desk and just put it underneath. I don't know.
That's where I'm at. I kind of went through an arc on it too, where I like thought my PC looked really cool with RGB, and now like
yeah, you're just
my RGB.
Yeah, you prefer the clean look. Yeah,
I prefer the clean look. I'm also just like, my next PC will probably have no RGB because it's kind of just a pain in the ass to get it all calibrated and everything. Like one piece of software updates and suddenly like, oh, your RAM is rainbow color all the time now.
Right,
You could fix it, but like, it doesn't affect gaming at all. It just looks bad, and it's under my desk, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I might be making that move. I might be making that move soon.
Yeah.
But for now, it's on the only thing on my desk are my PC, my monitor with the clamp, and then my speakers.
I wouldn't even mind like a sleeper build PC that has that like office beige, like go back in time to like early 2000s, late 90s PC aesthetically with modern ventilation. I could enjoy that, I think.
Yeah. Hey, and welcome back to Game Talk. I'm your host, Amit Beyond. Today I'm joined by Connor.
Hey, guys.
And Mike.
Hello.
We're a couple episodes into the year now, so it is time to do our traditional yearly state of gaming analysis / predictions for the year. We already kind of touched on this in a way a couple episodes ago when we talked about the RAM situation, what that might look like in the future, but I think now we can kind of expand on specifics and maybe just dive into that discussion a little more, because I do think that situation will largely characterize this year. But I don't know, where do you guys want to take it? What do you guys want to talk about first?
I mean, I think we can start with that, certainly. I think that's the big story this year, certainly.
Yeah, and it is weird to talk about it in this way because it hasn't directly impacted like the mass consumer yet. But it is one of those things where, like, it is an inevitability, just because of the economics of the situation.
So we've seen, I don't know
not
if you
enough
saw,
RAM.
AMD's talked about this already a little bit, how they think their prices are going to be affected. I guess they're raising prices something like 20%, which is a bitter pill to swallow. It was like 17 or something. A bitter pill to swallow, but not like the apocalyptic scenario I kind of had in mind, where everything was going to be like 50 to 100% more expensive.
Right, because that NVIDIA rumor, right, of the 5090 over doubling in price kind of spooked everyone, I think.
But I think
it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA's literally gonna price themselves out of the market at this point.
It's impossible. They already have done that
to
any extent that it's possible. Yeah, I don't think there's any price NVIDIA could set that would make someone buy an AMD graphics card.
Never say never. Yeah.
People are just ridiculous fanboys. And I'm saying that as
it does seem like an
who,
Apple level kind of thing going on with NVIDIA, I think.
My next card will probably be NVIDIA because I am like burned on the FSR thing. But, the 9070 XT is like a better card than the 5070, a competitive card with the 5070 Ti. Like, as long as you don't care about, if you were someone who, like most people, can't tell the difference between FSR4 and DLSS, they're very comparable.
Right. If you're not someone who's zooming in 3x on every game you're playing and comparing edges of geometry. But that's the thing, dude. Like, Digital Foundry has ruined me and, like, so many others. Like, let's rewind 10 years ago.
You were playing at 30 FPS.
30 FPS console gamer.
30 FPS checkerboarded 4K.
I was happy, way happier back then.
My bold take for this year is we're finally going to reach the point where, at least in the next couple years, where minimum system requirements are fundamentally not really going to change for a while.
Yeah, I think that's
just. I think we're
gonna have
right
to.
there. Yeah, we're right there. And it's
the 1660 has been a mainstay in minimum system requirements for a few years now.
Yeah,
anyway.
in graphical fidelity, nothing's really changed in terms of like in-depth fidelity since
outside of ray tracing. I want to say
outside of ray tracing in almost a decade now.
But there are games that require ray tracing. Like there are games that need a 2060 now.
I'm playing a game from like a decade ago, right? I really cannot tell anymore if it looks any different than a game that came out this year. I mean,
I can. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 pretty recently, and it did not look like games that come out this year. Like AAA.
When I played through.
Well, ray tracing versus not ray tracing is easy.
Yeah,
to tell.
I don't really see a difference in fidelity between Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Wilds. And it's kind of weird.
I think that's insane because
but also you have a really good PC.
The only difference.
No, I was going to say Wilds is worse.
Is in frame rate. Yeah, Wilds just runs worse. Wilds looks worse because it runs worse. How does World look better than Wilds?
Wilds is
a newer game.
The maps in World are so much smaller, and kind of denser. I think Wilds looks better overall. But there are definitely like if you look at the nitty gritty details, I can find reasons to like World more. But I don't want to dive too deep because I agree with your point overall. Minimum system requirements are going to have to stay. I don't think we're
in the light of like ballooning hardware costs, right? Like I definitely foresee a situation where I just feel like there's a growing gap, right? Like either you're rich enough to get whatever hardware you want, or you have to make do with what you have, whether that just be like a laptop, whether that be like a build from used parts that you put together. I think it's only getting more and more exacerbated. Like that K-shaped economy we talked about earlier.
Now. They're going to push streaming. I know Nvidia just announced, or I think within the last month, announced that GeForce Now has a 100-hour a month limit unless you pay extra.
They did, yeah.
For all tiers, I think. Other than like unlimited or something. But that would be for Nvidia, it makes sense for that to be a big moneymaker if you push everyone you can onto streaming. And this is like a tinfoil hat conspiracy.
I mean, Jeff Bezos has actually said that, but Jeff Bezos is someone who if you told me he doesn't tie his own shoes, I would believe you. Like he is not a guy that understands anything except the one or two things that he's really good at and made him billions of dollars. Like he talks a lot about things he doesn't understand, and gaming is one of those.
The vibe kind of is in tech right now is you will own nothing and you will be happy.
I've been hearing it for so long though.
Yeah. It feels like they're really pushing it hard though.
But here's the thing,
look at Game Pass.
But Game Pass is a failure largely.
Yeah,
my point is, I think people want to push that paradigm on like newer players, like people who aren't into gaming yet. But the people who are already into gaming are very much set in their ways, right? Like, have I streamed my games before? Yes, but only in certain situations, only certain kinds of games, right? There's no way I
was just saying on the Discord earlier, I would rather stream, like I want to play Astrobot. And I know it would be a suboptimal experience, but I would much rather stream that game than buy a PS5. If those are my two options.
Yeah,
I don't want to get back in the console market. Period.
That's a pretty likely option, honestly. Like, especially if that cloud streaming tier, they make that available to like the second and lowest option rather than just being tied to the highest. All of a sudden, people can do that pretty easily.
Yeah, I'd pay for the highest. It's just that you can't do it without a PlayStation right now.
No, that's not true. If you have the highest tier, I think you have to have a Portal to do it. Maybe it's tied.
You have to have a Portal. It's Portal exclusive.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I do definitely think this is going to be the year that shadow drops are big.
I hope so, because we don't have anything on the dang calendar.
Yeah, my conspiracy right now is there is definitely a chance that we get Fallout 3 New Vegas remastered this year.
Oh, that's where you were going with that? Dude, I was thinking you were going to say Elder Scrolls 6.
There's no way either of those
we
things
might
happen
get an
this year.
announcement.
If Fallout 3
there's
Remastered was going to
There
happen,
is a
it would have.
countdown on Fallout's official site for the last episode of this season of the Fallout TV show.
Maybe
And all the signs are pointing to a Fallout. Like there are
It'd
like
be New
Steam's
Vegas
like,
though.
well, it'd be both. They're on the same engine. It's like it'd be a
Okay.
no-brainer to just remaster both.
Okay.
You know, it says
that
there's
would be
12
cool.
games in the Fallout series on Steam, right?
Yeah, I've
Still,
seen this.
to this
I've seen this
day,
conspiracy. Yeah.
And there are there's no games. There's only 10 Fallout games. Something's happening. I am convinced
They would have
that
to make
something is happening.
Okay, I'm gonna try to say this without being a Fallout hater, even though I am a bit of a Fallout hater. They would have to make so many changes to these games to make them palatable to an audience that watched the show and then wants to go buy this game, like a modern games audience. They would have to fundamentally rework these games.
Yeah, because I think
I don't know.
like an in-depth first-person RPG is not like baby's first game, right?
Yeah.
So,
But if they just want to sell it to like the Fallout fans, and I think the Fallout fans like the show, then they wouldn't have to do that. They could just
and there are a lot of
pretty it up.
Fallout fans, so
Yeah, and add modding on console, that'd be huge.
but
Yeah.
okay, so since we're already kind of talking about the PC space, let me bring this fact to you guys. And this fact blew my mind when I discovered it the other day. You guys might already know. But when you compare the monthly active user base of Steam and Roblox is actually higher.
I would say much higher. Am I wrong?
It's like 47 million compared to 41 million.
Oh, that's actually much
That's not
closer.
that bad.
It's like
That's
the
not that
peak.
bad.
It's like the peak. But that fact blew my mind, right? Like I was just like, that is pure insanity to me. And I think that kind of like ties into the idea of like people are just getting more and more comfortable with these forever play, free to play games that can run on any hardware, right? Like you have kids who have like
Roblox isn't
entry level tablets that are running Roblox, right?
Roblox is in a bit of a pickle though, because they're this big until the second Congress notices them, because they are
Congress has a billion other things they're
okay, but
doing and not doing right now.
Roblox is, and this would be bipartisan. Roblox is, and I'm going to say allegedly here because I don't want to libel or whatever, a den of pedophiles, and like
right, yeah.
the CEO of Roblox is on the record saying that he, if not for legislation stopping him in Europe, he would put gambling mechanics in Roblox because he thinks it is educational for kids. He has talked about putting I don't have a source for this one, so grain of salt, but I have heard that he has talked about putting dating app mechanics in
wild.
Roblox for children. This dude is a psychopath. Like, and the moment that they're one news story away from Roblox, like,
Well, they
not
are,
being
but the
able to operate.
current reality is it is one of, if not the most popular gaming platform.
Oh, it's also a bunch of child labor. Like the kids are making the games.
Yes, that is true. But like my point is that like
It's huge.
especially younger people, yeah, like are more and more gravitating towards these free to play games that can run on any hardware, and that kind of is creating again like this
It's not
economy
just
of extremes
kids
where
either.
like a lot of traditional gamers, right? Like you have like a PC with like a 4090 equivalent, right?
Yeah.
I have like all the consoles and a PC. Mike has a PC, right? This is not the way that the trends are going for new people, new kids entering the industry. And I think that's got to be both scaring a lot of folks and something to take note of, where they have to strategize around it.
I played Roblox as a kid, and
Did you really? Wow.
I did, yeah. Roblox was pretty critical in me learning to program.
I didn't even realize it was around.
It was
like,
much
when did it-
smaller then.
My
Okay,
Roblox
yeah.
account is 20 years old in like 2 years.
Yeah, mine's pretty old,
Like it's
Wow,
it's
yeah.
getting ancient.
but I made games in it. My buddy made a game that actually got reasonably popular. I don't think he was front page or anything. He didn't make any money back then.
So it's so funny that like
yeah.
I just sort of assumed Roblox was like a decade old because I didn't start hearing about it until
it's
then.
It's
but
20 years old. It
Yeah, 2006.
Yeah.
This is its 20th anniversary.
So the thing about Roblox is graduate from it, I think, at some point. Most people do. And that not 100%, you don't leave the platform necessarily, but you do like want to play good video games eventually. And Roblox doesn't.
Right.
Like Roblox has some bangers that there's no competition for. Like there's a game called Dress to Impress that is like huge. You've probably heard of it. And I'd heard of it a ton before I knew it was a Roblox game. But it's just like
Dude, I know so little about Roblox. The first time I saw it was watching my cousin play it when I was in the UK like a couple weeks ago.
It's like a dress up competition game, and like streamers my age are playing it. Like it's kind of a big deal. People really like it, but again, Roblox is just controversy after controversy. I don't know.
Like,
what's the prediction here? or is this just a state?
Well, the state and prediction is that like more and more people are going to be comfortable with free to play on low cost hardware.
I mean, Fortnite is
that's
trying
be
to compete with
increasing
Roblox.
part of the gaming population. Yeah,
Fortnite is really trying to compete with Roblox now. They have game creation
right,
tools
because
and
like you basically have create your own stuff. That's the kind of model that Roblox
and I think
pioneered,
Fortnite.
Right?
God, I hate to say this.
And
I would
Fortnite's
rather
also free.
I know, but if I'm a parent, I feel safer with my kid playing Fortnite than Roblox. Fortnite,
oh yeah, 100%, yeah,
has better moderators. It has better content filters, as far as I can tell. But then as a kid, it's also got the brands. But brother, it's got the you're getting advertised to the whole time you're in there. You got the Nike shoes. You got the
cross series collaborations.
Truck. You've got you can play as Mickey Mouse or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if Mickey Mouse is in Fortnite. Yeah, Naruto, Goku.
Yeah.
Fluffy D Luffy. Like, yeah.
But like, okay, so from my kind of how I'm thinking about it though. And I know they're not the same, but these fall under the same umbrella.
I think they're very similar, yeah.
Free-to-play kind of forever games that kind of hurt the economy of like the traditional gaming space that we're mostly in.
I mean, yeah, I don't agree that they hurt the economy of the traditional gaming space. I don't think. Maybe in that they're pulling development resources away.
Well, so what I guess what I meant by that is that will lead to less people buying hardware.
See, that I don't think.
And also software.
The person that plays Roblox instead of having a console was never going to have a console, in my view. And that's like...
But you just said people graduate from Roblox to other things, right?
Yeah, when they can afford it. Like, Roblox is for kids that don't have any money.
Okay, but you're saying eventually they will.
They're going to pull together $400 and buy a PlayStation. Like... when they get to high school.
I guess I just don't really know the the pipeline there.
I think you graduate from it. I don't think necessarily everyone will graduate from it, but I think at least the same people that like the same archetype of guy that had a PlayStation when we were in high school is going to have a PlayStation in high school now.
Let me pose this to you. Another, I think, equally likely path is graduate from playing Roblox into not playing video games at all.
I think that's possible.
And I think that's also happening more and more. I read an article the other day where like younger people, like high school age and like early college age, are actually playing video games less than like the immediate generation beneath them. And I don't know if that's just like an anomaly or something, or if it speaks to a greater trend emerging.
I mean, where does COVID sit in that?
It's also something to consider. Yeah, I mean, COVID's certainly a factor.
People played a lot of damn video games in COVID.
Yeah.
Speaking from experience. Right. Any more thoughts on the free to play thing? I have another direction to take us in.
No, yeah, go for it.
Meta just laid off 10%. I think it's 10% of just the Reality Labs. But this included shuttering the studio that made Arkham, whatever, the Batman VR game, shuttering the studio that made Asgard's Wrath 2. And Asgard's Wrath, I assume, and shuttering a few other studios. And so this is Meta functionally pulling out of the AAA VR space entirely.
Which is a shame because they were the kind of the leaders there. So
really the only actors. I think.
Where does that leave VR?
Unless the Steam frame sets the world on fire, I think this is going to be an extremely bleak year for VR. I don't think we have any content in the pipeline. that to be excited
Meta
about.
Labs apparently is pivoting to AI, which
Shock.
again, it's I all I'm saying is Meta has historically been a company in the recent years who has just been chasing trends.
Yeah, it's impossible to
Chase
criticize
trends.
them for dropping their spending on VR because there has been functionally zero return on investment for them.
Yeah, and I mean, so it's tough, right? Because like, I think of PlayStation, who's tried twice now.
Tried is a
Obviously,
strong
Meta.
word.
Well, I was gonna say Meta has way more resources than Sony.
Yeah.
And even them, with their seemingly infinite money, like this is the end result. So I think that just speaks to a broader. Like, I know we've discussed this many times. Like VR has its user base, but it's not like it's just not breaking into the mainstream in a way we kind of predicted it would.
I mean, it's following a very similar trend to video games. If you look at it not as a new video game, but as a new medium, it is following pretty similar to video games in that like
it's like niche.
NES came
long, long
out and
time.
everybody tried it, but didn't like stick with it, and so the Super NES didn't sell nearly as well. We saw that with the like Meta Quest 2. Those things were everywhere. Everybody had one of those. And then the 3 did pretty well too, but it's a smaller market, and like people, it was cheap enough, people bought it to try it, but didn't stick with it. And I just think, the market's just going to grow slowly. There's not going to be some watershed moment where suddenly everybody does VR. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I think what had happened to the VR space is inevitably everyone was really like 2-3 years ago now, everyone was really big on the idea of a metaverse.
Well, and companies were really big on the idea of a metaverse.
Companies were huge on this idea of a metaverse, and the only metaverse that still kind of exists in its original format is VR chat.
Yeah,
this is because VR chat existed before that,
and it's the only one anyone ever wanted.
And it's the only one anyone ever wanted anyway.
Yeah,
no one cared for these other ones. And the push to make metaverses only saw ruin.
So the other end of this prediction, my first part is bleak. I don't think we're going to get a lot of VR first content, but I do think we are going to see throughout 2026 and probably the next half a decade, we are going to see more and more hybrid content. We're going to see games that just have a VR mode. I think developers are going to figure out how to throw those together cheaply for some games. I think we already have UEVR, the Unreal Engine VR mod that like most like Unreal games, you can just be in VR now. And some of those games get motion controls like Satisfactory and stuff. Some of them don't. I'm not super interested in the ones that don't, but the VR modding scene is exploding. You can now play through all of Breath of the Wild in VR.
Yeah.
With a plugin for a Wii U emulator.
One of the biggest VR modders, however, is getting cease and desisted repeatedly because he is charging people to use the mods.
Yeah, Luke Ross. But the VR mod like ecosystem does not stand on his shoulders. He's one guy in it, and he's kind of being a dick about it.
Yeah, I think losing it, getting angry that a company is shutting your VR mod down and not releasing it for free because there was no problem with it being free.
Yeah, they told him he could release it for free.
For it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you have to pay for it and pay a monthly Patreon subscription to have access.
I do not believe that guy has
not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a leg to stand on.
He doesn't have a right to make money off of CD Projekt Red's work, in my opinion.
You can't do commercially. Just don't do a commercial.
So I still want a Steam frame for what it's worth. Even so,
I was actually going to bring that up, Connor, because like you're predicting a bleak year for VR in the year that potentially one of the most mainstream headsets is coming out.
Yeah. So my argument for VR remains the same, which is that like the Steam frame is not a super compelling buy if you are someone like me who already has a Meta Quest 3. I want it because I don't like Meta. I want it because I think it's going to be more comfortable, which will make me use it more. I think it's just going to be, I think that user experience is going to be better on it, and that's worth it to me, depending on the price. If this thing's $1,500, I'm not going to buy it. But the argument is that and I will probably like formally make this case in an episode closer to when the Steam frame drops. But if you are somebody who does not have PC VR, who has not experienced PC VR at all so far, you have a console-sized backlog of excellent games that you could go back and play. You've got your Arcane Age, you've got Hitman VR, you've got like Boneworks and Bone Lab. You've got Half-Life Alyx. Like, I could probably find 20 really compelling games, which 20 games is plenty for me to buy a console. I don't know about you, Ahmed, but 20 games.
Oh yeah,
I'm
certainly.
happy. So the Steam frame is still even if there are no new games coming to it outside the indie space is still doing stuff in VR. But even if there's no new AAA games coming to this space right now, there's enough backlog of content to make this an extremely like worthwhile purchase, assuming the price is right for you. So I still think the Steam frame is gonna they're gonna sell every unit they make of this thing for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, look. We've
gone in circles around the VR discussion, but
the VR software market is looking bleak right now. The VR hardware market is insane. Like,
it's looking good. Yeah,
everybody's making headsets.
I just feel like
comes out with 3 a year. It feels like you're gonna say,
will the Steam frame be
the system seller?
Will the Steam frame be the stimulus?
No, I absolutely don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the Steam frame is going to really shake up the modding scene and like the smaller scale stuff. But they're only making like 500,000 of these things according to leaks in the first year. That's just not enough numbers to do an industry shakeup.
Very much an enthusiast product that they're creating. That's how they're positioning it.
But I will say, your odds of the Steam frame does have going for it now that you're not missing out on meta exclusives anymore, because there just aren't going to be any more of those, as far as we can tell. And I suspect anything, I think developers are going to port it. Anything that they can easily port is going to get ported. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Assassin's Creed Nexus makes it over to the Steam frame.
Who wants their game on a dead platform, right?
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get even some of the meta exclusives. I could see them wanting to recoup the cost. I could see them porting to Steam. Yeah, and that's like an outlandish. That's kind of a bigger, crazier prediction, and we're not going to see that in the next year. But over time, I could see that.
I do want to kind of mention PSVR 2 here as well, because it is kind of a shame because Sony is like, there are VR games coming out on that thing still, but I think they do a very poor job of advertising them. Like, yes, every showcase they have like a VR game or two, but they just gloss over it in like a few seconds, right? They need to take the time to market these things.
This is something that every storefront is actually doing a pretty bad job on, in my opinion, but Sony is the worst. Sony, my understanding is that there is no VR category on the PlayStation Store. There is?
Yeah, there is.
Is it on the front page?
Yeah.
Okay.
There, you can click on like a PSVR 2 icon and it takes you.
I've been bamboozled then. But like, if you look at Steam and you want to look at VR games on Steam, you're going to be seeing like the top. You're going to see top played games first, and it's going to be like No Man's Sky. It's going to be Hitman. Yeah. And these are the top played VR games, not because they're the top played VR games, but they're the top played games that have VR. And those are both excellent games, but like. Thief did not immediately show up for me. Thief Legacy of Shadow, the new VR Thief, was not like immediately. I had to search it on Steam. Like that was like the biggest VR release going on, and it was not. It shoved down my throat the way that like a normal release would be.
I mean, they totally should, because like they have some really good things on their hands. Like Gran Turismo 7's VR mode is like a transformative experience.
100%. It's a good headset too.
And no one they're not putting forth the effort to really sell that to people, I think.
No, I think it's also a $300 headset. Like that's a really, with OLED. Like that's
the price now?
Yeah, it dropped. It's $300.
Okay. Yeah, and that's a steal, man.
That and a $50 adapter to plug it into your PC. I have heard that motion sickness, because of the way. Now I don't know if it does this on PC, but the way they do reprojection on PlayStation, I've heard makes motion sickness worse for some people. And the OLED screens, what the stuff they have to do to get them bright enough. There's like a frame retention issue with them, a motion clarity issue that also causes motion sickness. That's why nobody else is doing that. With normal OLED panels, they use micro OLED. But for $300, pretty good VR experience. I personally couldn't go back to a tethered VR. I just don't think I could do it at all now.
That's a big negative.
Yeah,
I think
having the
even when they announced
it,
I was just like, this needs to be fixed, right? Like, I don't really care what it takes on your end to do it, but that it's too much of a pain.
Yeah, wireless is really, really, really nice, and I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be the future of VR. Whether I know people are sad about base stations going away and stuff, but wireless is just a very transformative improvement.
Right. Okay. So VR, yeah. I'm kind of interested to talk about like the first parties as well. So PlayStation, Nintendo, Microsoft. Um I feel like it's largely business as usual for them, right? They're in the kind of the middle to tail end of their generation now. Maybe middle because of how it'll probably be extended due to hardware
I don't think we're going to
issues,
see changes
prices.
this year regarding that, though. I think that's going to
The
be
price?
a longer tail.
Yeah, I imagine there's plenty of stock available.
Oh no, I think
of,
we'll
like,
see
you know-
price. I meant more like game releases. Like I think we're going to see the consequences of this generation lingering in like 2027, 2028.
Oh, right, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this year is like going to go according to plan software wise.
Yeah. But like you do have to it's that question in the back of your head, right? Like when they sell through their current stock, and I'm talking about like hardware now, not software. Like will we see the ramifications of the RAM situation on consoles? And I think we will, right? Like I
Yeah.
think we're going to see more expensive Nintendo Switches, even more expensive Xboxes. Their
Yeah.
third price increase now. And then PlayStation as well. Which I'm very curious to see how people react to that, right? Because like the PC audience is more, I think, in a lot of ways, more of a hardcore audience.
Yeah.
But the console audience, I don't think they'll be very tolerant of stuff like this at all.
The PC
and I think it
audience
could
has
have
also been
potentially
we've been groomed for price increases for years now.
right. But like, I mean, let's look at the most, I guess, casual, for lack of a better term, of the consoles, the Nintendo Switch 2. That thing is being positioned to bomb, right? Like,
Yeah.
there are so many, like, if the price on this thing increases 20%, it could go like the direction of a Wii U, I
Yeah.
think, in the worst case scenario. Granted, right now the momentum is certainly not suggesting that. Like launch line, at least as of November, it was selling Nintendo Switch 1, but they had a soft holiday period. And now with price increases looming, like the more casual Nintendo audience, I don't think they'll be about that at all. So,
No.
like I'm talking like the Animal Crossing audience, the Pokemon audience, right?
And I think those people are already going to be, because those are not the people that have already bought a Switch 2. The people that have already bought the Switch 2 are the more hardcore Nintendo enthusiasts, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that second group of people was already going to be much harder to convert because they already have their Switch that they like, you know?
And especially because, at least right now, everything is also coming out on Switch, with a few notable exceptions like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. But
Right. And I think that will be... Isn't, we have Miitopia later this year coming to the Switch?
Pokopia as well? Right?
Yeah. Is Pokopia coming to both?
Is to both? Actually, that's a good question. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think Pokopia is going to be a big deal, though.
It certainly seems that way. Like, Animal Crossing and Pokemon together just seems like a winning combination. But yeah, so, like, software-wise, excited for... wouldn't say excited for, but I'm going to play Pokopia. We're probably going to get a Pokemon generation... What generation are we on? 10? 11?
10, I think, yeah. And
Yeah, we're probably going to get one of those announcements this
there's
year.
already been leaks about it, like significant leaks. I haven't really looked at them, though.
Yeah, it's supposedly Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Waves. That's supposedly what they're going to be called.
Sure.
You don't believe it?
No, I'm just imagining, like, the things that come to mind when they say that are, like, games that I really like, and there's no way Pokemon is going to nail this. Like,
No way Pokemon's going to beat Ruby Sapphire.
they're not going
Is that
to,
what you're
yeah,
thinking?
or Wind Waker, like, or Sea of Thieves.
Right,
Like,
right.
I love the surfing, the waves, the sand between my toes, virtually speaking, and Pokemon is not going to deliver on that at all, I'm sure.
I'm doubtful. Although I will say, the last couple games on Switch 2 have been all right. And I'm talking about Scarlet Violet and Legends EA.
I do suspect they're going to do another cross-gen game. I don't think Gen 10
It does
is
seem a
gonna
bit
be-
early, right? Like less than a year of the Switch 2 being out. I don't think they're gonna make the next mainline Pokemon Switch 2 exclusive. I think that would be suicidal for them.
I want to say they were still releasing on the Nintendo DS well into the 3DS's life, like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they were releasing on 3DS well into the Switch's life, but Nintendo was still pretending that the Switch was not replacing their handhelds back then.
And okay, so while we're talking about Nintendo software, let me ask you, Connor, is this the year you finally try the new Fire Emblem?
I'm actually planning on it, yeah. I was
okay, very good.
I was looking at stuff about it earlier this year. I was like, I've been talking, and just to be 100% clear, I expect to like it. I've seen these games. I like this style of gameplay. I think my thesis is that I'm gonna like this game, and I'm gonna come on the show, and I'm gonna say the game was pretty good, and that Fire Emblem was still like 4 characters overrepresented in Smash Bros.
I mean, I feel like that's probably true. There's probably too many Fire Emblem characters in Smash, but they do make quality games, right? They make quality games.
No, I've heard
and Fire
amazing
Emblem
things about
Fortune's
Three
Weave
Houses.
is coming out. Yeah, Three Houses was fantastic. Actually, I would be surprised if Fortune's Weave could beat Three Houses. Three Houses was incredible. But I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to Mario Tennis Fever. And I have... so I think I've talked about it before on the show, but I was big into Mario Tennis on Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Like big, like still to this day. I get with friends and play Mario Tennis on 64. And I actually haven't touched any of the Mario Tennis games since then.
Oh,
right?
really?
I've kind of like poked my head and like looked at footage of like some of the ones on like other Nintendo hardware, and I was just like, like I just prefer the pure experience of 64. But this is the first one that's kind of grabbing my eye again. It just looks really fun, looks kinetic, and it looks like there's like a lot of modes. So I'm gonna pick this up and enjoy it, and I'll be comparing it to my beloved 64. Mario Tennis.
Speaking of 64, Super Mario 64 turns 30 this year.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Just
that was 96. I also
Jesus
turned 30
Christ.
this year. That's why I brought it up. And I'm wondering if we're gonna get any Mario or Zelda this year.
I think we have to. Isn't it Mario's?
It's an anniversary.
It's some kind of anniversary.
It's 40th, maybe?
Whose anniversary is it?
I
Is
think
it
it's
Mario's
Zelda.
40th? Is Zelda? Okay. I feel like we have to get something, right?
Yeah, but Tears of the Kingdom
It's
wasn't
also-
that long ago.
It's
Echoes of
also
Wisdom was even-
Pokemon's 30th, I believe.
And it's like always on anniversary, It's like, can you really get something like, I feel like they make a big deal every 5th year or something. And can they really?
Dude, Japanese companies love anniversaries, though. Like, they always do something.
Yeah.
Oh, another one is Persona. This is Persona's, like,
We're due.
some milestone anniversary. My God, please. So they did announce, like, there's going to be a slew of Persona announcements all throughout the year. Like, this is the year of Persona. Please, for the love of God, announce Persona 6. Like, you have to at this point. Please. Thank you.
I hope so.
But yeah, in terms of Nintendo games, so those are the known quantities. I feel like, where's 3D Mario, right? That's the question everyone's asking. Like,
And I think we got it with
Did-
Donkey Kong. I don't.
did we
unless-
get it with Donkey Kong? That'd be kind of wild, though, if we just didn't see 3D Mario for like 6 more years or
I mean,
something.
did they roll up another team? Because that was the Odyssey
don't know.
team. I guess.
Who made Bowser's Fury? Was it them?
That's a good point. I don't know. Because if that team's been cooking, I'm ready to eat. Like that.
Yeah.
Bowser's Fury was good. I don't know who made that. And Nintendo doesn't like to share that. So.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. But
And we do have a
yeah,
Mario movie. Is that coming out this year?
I think
I
so,
think
right?
so,
The
yeah.
Mario Galaxy movie.
Dude,
Wouldn't it be sick if they announced Mario Galaxy 3?
That would go crazy.
I would lose my mind. Yeah.
Won't happen.
Oh
though.
man. But yeah, I think Nintendo's gonna have a challenging year. I'm just gonna say it, right? Like a new console coming out on the precipice of a price increase. Either they eat it and don't increase the price, or they do increase the price and make everyone really mad. So
I mean, looking at their slate of games that we know are coming, this is going to be a tough year. Like, Pokopia is a big one, but And that will probably sell really well, honestly.
Pokopia, and if Pokemon Gen 10 or whatever is happening, that'll be
good.
Massive as
but
well.
There's nothing else. A Fire Emblem is not a big seller. It'll do a few million probably, but it is not. There's nothing else on the slate this year coming from Nintendo. And
yeah,
really,
that's what I'm thinking. Like
the slate's pretty bare in general. Like, what do we have coming from anybody?
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree. So we talked about Nintendo. Let's move on to Xbox. Right? There's Fable. Where the heck is Fable?
Canceled,
right?
probably.
We've been hearing about this game for over half a decade now, I think. And the second they put that game out, I'm buying it and playing it. Like, I'm very excited for Fable. I loved Fable 2 and 3 on the Xbox 360. But guys, come on. Like, why did you announce this game 5 years ago if it's still hush hush?
It's crazy. And
we need to see Fable.
It'd be one thing if it was a company I had any faith in, but it's not. It's Xbox.
Like, for all we know, tomorrow they could be just like, Fable's canceled.
Yeah,
and
Fable's
be like,
canceled.
well,
we stopped working on it 8 months ago.
Yeah. It's I hope that doesn't happen. And to your point, Mike, that you brought up earlier, I think it's very, very likely that we get a Fallout 3 remaster this year. It just makes sense with the show.
I think it has to happen. And it's also, I think, 20th anniversary of Fallout 3, right?
And plus, like, Microsoft have shown that they're willing and able, and to great success, willing to remaster older Bethesda games. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was one of the best-selling games last year. So this is a proven strategy for them. I think you'd be a fool to not think they're working on a Fallout 3 remake, not just a remaster, but like a Oblivion style remake.
Yeah.
And I imagine we're gonna see that soon, because like I think like obviously the Fallout show. Like, I don't know what people thought going into it, but no one could have predicted how big it blew up.
Yeah.
Like, it exploded. It became Amazon's most watched TV show.
I really do think there are, like, executives sitting there thinking, like, oh, video game shows don't perform well, instead of, like, bad shows don't perform well. Like,
well, there's that, but, like, also, I mean, if you told me that Fallout would have been more popular than The Boys, I would have thought you were crazy.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Here we are.
Crazy.
Dude, it's their most watched show.
Really?
I just said that. Yeah. It's
but it's
Fallout
their most watched show right now, right? Like,
it on season 1 it was. I don't know what season 2 is doing.
So was it better
after
than
season 1 came out? They came out and said it is the most watched show in Amazon Prime like history.
I thought you meant it was like the most watched show at the time it was coming out. I didn't realize you meant like total cumulative views.
Yeah, total.
That's crazy. The Boys is a better show than Fallout. I'm sorry.
The Boys is fantastic. I love The Boys.
So is Invincible, for that matter.
Yeah, Invincible is also great. But like my point is, I don't think anyone knew how big this thing was going to be. And with Bethesda's life cycle, right? Like they release a game a decade.
Yeah.
They weren't ready to capitalize on the success of this show.
So I think a decade and a good game every 20 years.
You're right. So I think it just makes sense for there to be some kind of Fallout remake happening this year. I would be very surprised if it doesn't happen.
I hope so. Because you guys need it. The Fallout fans are starving.
Well, I mean, Fallout 3 was the only one I played and really, really loved. So
yeah,
if it's Fallout 3,
and,
I'm gonna be into it.
Like talking to the audience, I guess. But
yeah.
What
else is happening for Xbox though? Right?
I probably another Game Pass price increase. Oh, there's rumors of a free tier.
Game Pass has been kind of quiet lately.
It hasn't.
Which I think
we all just
rightfully
stopped listening because I saw something about games being added very recently, but I just don't care.
And especially because now you're off of it, right? Mike, are you still on it?
On Game Pass?
Yeah.
I don't think I've canceled it yet. Honestly.
Okay. Yeah. But so it's just, are you still using it though, or is it just sucking away your money?
Sucking away my money, yeah.
Well, thanks to our sponsor, Rocket Money. No,
I wish.
I wish. Yeah, we're not sponsored, but
yeah, we're not sponsored.
And I would never pay for Rocket Money, but no, Xbox is in. Supposedly there is an ad-supported free tier of Game Pass in the pipeline, and that is whatever. Maybe I could utilize that to test an indie game before I buy it. But
that's like an affront to my sensibilities, honestly.
If it's like watching an ad before you start and then you get to play for it, but I just don't think they could make money.
Here's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be you're playing a game, the screen minimizes slightly, and then an ad shows up while you're playing. Like,
I would throw up, yeah. I would throw up in my mouth.
That's
every
what I
single
bet
time,
it's gonna be.
And that would be untenable. I'm not even convinced it's happening because it's easy. Video games are just expensive on all fronts. Video games are expensive. They're expensive to make. The hardware is expensive to maintain in a way. Like there's a lot more going on when you stream a video game than when you stream Netflix. So like, and Netflix doesn't even have a free ad supported tier. Like, so we think Game Pass is going to have one. How the hell is that going to work?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that would be one kind of Hail Mary though, if they do have a free tier for like widespread adoption. But yeah, I couldn't see free. That's just insane.
Yeah. So I could see a cheaper ad supported option. Everybody seems to be doing that now.
Yeah, I could see that.
But God, can Xbox shove any more ads in your face? Have you turned on an Xbox recently?
No, yeah. It was bad when I turned it on last time. But I gotta wonder, right? Because Xbox, out of the three of them, like Microsoft is the least invested at the moment in hardware. If the RAM situation pushes up the price of an Xbox even further, at what point do they just say we're all in on xCloud now? We're all in on everything is in Xbox or whatever they're saying.
I think they're also
just
poised
move away from hardware.
They're poised to eat a price increase better than Sony because they were already the next Xbox is a PC. Like that's already what everyone is expecting, and that sounds more expensive to me when you say that. If the next Xbox is a PC, I'm willing to pay at least $200 more for it because it'll actually be usable. I can download Steam and play good games.
Right, but yeah, separate discussion. But then we get into the whole thing of like, who is this actually for? Like,
right,
is that
100%? Because I also would never buy it because I would buy a Steam machine.
Right. So I don't know.
Even if the Steam machine had worse specs, I would buy it before an Xbox PC.
Right, and I don't think there's any chance we see this Xbox PC in 2026. Like,
no,
I think 27 at the earliest, and now with the hardware situation, probably even later than that. But like in terms of games, like we got to see Fable. Like if Fable doesn't happen this year, I'm just like, what are we even doing here? What are you all doing over there?
We will see.
Like, come on,
Grand Theft Auto this year. I know that's not Xbox, but theoretically,
oh my gosh,
Grand Theft Auto 6,
maybe.
No, I think it'll come out this year.
I don't think it will. I think it's going to get delayed again.
Oh,
I mean, it's possible.
You know what? Everybody's most anticipated game. Do you guys think High Guard launches?
Oh yeah,
it's supposed to
High Guard
launch.
I don't, dude. It's wild.
Do you think
I don't
they
know
bother?
what is happening with that game.
Because I just cut my losses at this point.
Has done the only advertising for that game. They have not shown it. At least
Jeff Keighley put that in the show.
No,
Yeah,
I think they paid for Jeff Keighley made it the one more thing. I think they paid for a spot, and he liked it enough to make it the one more thing because he
hated it enough to put it out of its misery.
Yeah, but I really think this might be a quicker speedrun than Concord. I could see them not even releasing this game after that much hate. I could see them like back to the drawing board before they even launch it.
It's wild to me that they didn't even have like a beta or anything. Even Concord had a beta. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
for a game like this not to have a beta,
it's weird.
Wild. Yeah, dude. I swear to God, I feel like I could run some of these companies better.
The only thing that's marketed it has been the Game Awards. That's it. No one else they haven't even posted anything about it coming out.
Getting the Titanfall team together to make something other than a shooter with robots in it makes me so angry. I want Titanfall 3 so bad.
According to Forbes, Highguard didn't pay a cent. Jeff Keighley just really liked it so much he offered them that spot.
I can't believe he did that.
The fact that they didn't have to pay a dime for Jeff Keighley to give this like all the glaze in the world.
There were good games shown at the Game Awards. There were like 4 other games.
Dude, imagine ending on Divinity. That would have been sick.
That would have been amazing. Or, I mean, Mega Man would have been a better, like, Mega Man wouldn't have been good, but it would have been better than this. Like,
yeah, it's just bizarre. I feel like there's some piece of the story that we don't know and that we will probably never know because it just doesn't math.
So
6
days until it comes out. Yeah. So yeah.
Maybe we'll do a in memoriam kind of episode.
Yeah.
It's
like the fact that Concord went the way it did. Dude, honestly, the fact that Concord went the way it did makes me regret not buying and playing the game.
Yeah, because you would have got your money back.
Part of I would have been part of history basically, and got
you would have been
one of
like 1,000 people that played this thing.
Yeah. So I kind of Anyways,
Jeff Keighley
So that's-
really put this game out to die. That's the shame.
That's high guard.
It-
What's
it's a
PlayStation have
free-to-play
going
game.
on?
So yeah, let's talk about PlayStation. So I think PlayStation's kind of the safest right now out of the three. Like,
I mean, what do
they
have?
have known quantities coming. They've got Wolverine. They've got Saros.
That's this year?
right? Yeah, those are both this year. Yes.
Okay, I knew
Wolverine and
Saros was, and I'm excited for it.
And Wolverine, excited for that. The trailer that Insomniac showed, to me at least, showed that they understand the assignment with Wolverine. And I think especially with Avengers Doomsday being a thing and including X-Men, I think that further positions Wolverine to be even more of a hit this year.
Yeah.
But like those two are from as far as we know, the only first party games coming out. Like I'm sure they'll have a surprise or two. But like everything else, right? Like we know Naughty Dog's still working on Intergalactic.
That's
That
not this
probably
year, though.
isn't going to be ready this year. We know Sony Santa Monica, specifically Cory Barlog, who did God of War 2018, has a game cooking that's probably ready by now, right? Like 2018 is 7 years ago. So where's
Yeah.
your game, Cory, right? Like I feel like it's time,
Yeah.
right? So that could be another thing that gets shown, which is exciting, right? Like I think God of War 2018 was very special in large part due to Cory Barlog. I think that guy has the sauce.
Was he not on the next one?
He did not direct Ragnarok.
You
That
might be
was,
right then, because
someone
2018
else. Yeah.
had the sauce, and Ragnarok, not a bad game. Not gonna say it's a
Ragnarok
bad
was
game.
great, but like
It was a little
2018 was
sauceless.
something very special, I think. And I
Yeah.
think Cory Barlog made it special. So I'm very excited to see what he does next.
His name is
but
way
other
too
than
similar
that,
to
man-
Balrog. That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
It's killing me.
It's great, yeah.
Um,
But other than that, I'm not really sure, man. Like I think Sony's in a comfortable position right now, and they might not want to rock the boat too much.
we
right?
do have a game, not Sony, coming that's going to be a big deal for the three of us. I think it's real soon. It's like March or February. 007 First Light.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm all over it, man.
I'm very on
IOI
board.
IOI can do no wrong until they do wrong again.
I'm actually
right?
pretty sure. I am not sold on this game yet. I think there's a very good chance they did wrong.
Oh
on
no,
it, but I'm still gonna buy
I
it.
do think it looks significantly worse than Hitman. I will say that,
Like an
but
order
I'm
of
still
magnitude
curious.
worse. Yeah.
I'm still curious enough to play it. Yeah,
But yeah, not a lot of AAA stuff I'm looking forward to this year.
yeah. At least that we know of. We've been shown in the past something like Baldur's Gate 3 can just come out of nowhere and just knock our
Token
socks
Expedition
off. So
33.
and
yeah.
Expedition 33, right? So
I think this is going to be a big year for Hytale. It's available now, and I think people are used to modern Minecraft, and they're going to be really surprised at what an alpha game with a group of developers. I'm not playing Hytale yet. I probably will pick it up at some point, but my characterization of the Hytale developers is that they're really not super different from Notch in their behavior, not necessarily in their beliefs. I know Notch has some like cancelable stuff. I don't want to put that on the Hypixel team, but I think there's something to an indie developer making a block game that is just kind of being a dick to people on Twitter all the time. I think it's got the sauce. Like
I guess.
for
Maybe,
this
yeah.
game
I
to
don't
go
know.
through like rapid metamorphosis to do some cool stuff. Like, I mean, you look at Minecraft and then like you used to get like a lot of big updates in a year in like 2012, 2011.
Yeah.
Like, they were hitting you
But
weekly at
coming
one
for
point.
Minecraft though, that's you've got to have a set of balls on you. To
I mean,
do that,
2.8
right?
million players day one. I'm pretty sure he's made his
I
money.
mean, that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't see it as.
But
coming
you're going
from,
against the literal biggest game in the world, right?
yeah, but people are liking it. People are streaming it.
Yeah.
The streamers like it. The game's a little bare bones right now. And I say that it probably has more cumulative content than Minecraft does in it right now. But there's like, I don't see this as a replacement for Minecraft. I don't think that'll happen. But that like those early years from Minecraft were like a special thing to be a part of if you were there. Like,
Oh, absolutely. I remember that very fondly. Some of my fondest gaming memories.
and I think it's exciting. This is the only, like, I usually have a no early access rule for games, but I could see myself picking up Hytale because I think it's going to be fun to play this game as it transforms over the years.
Yeah. Speaking of best-selling game of all time, I want to revisit Grand Theft Auto 6 again because I feel like you have to when talking about 2026, right?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the game of the year,
I think-
unfortunately.
I think there is a greater than 50% chance it comes out this year, right?
Yeah.
Like It could get delayed, but I think all signs point to it coming out this year. And I think importantly, just for like framing it, it is for all intents and purposes a PlayStation exclusive almost, right?
Oh, right. It's not coming to PC.
All of their marketing is aligning with PlayStation. It's not coming out on PC. So PlayStation will be positioned as the platform to play Grand Theft Auto 6. And I've got to wonder what that does to PlayStation 5 console sales. I think they're going to explode. Because I do think there's a sizable chunk of like mainstream people that have been waiting for this game specifically to jump into PlayStation or Xbox.
I think we should all make a price prediction for how much Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to cost. I'm gonna go first. $80. Mike beat me to
$90.
Ridley beat me in the middle of me saying I was going to go first. Said $90.
$90. It's going to be almost $100.
I think it's going to be $70 personally. I think you're gonna pay $99 to play it a week early. That's my prediction.
I think $90.
Right. I hate that you're right. I think $99 to play it a week early. $200 for the collector's edition that doesn't include the game.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, digital code.
No, doesn't include the game at all. Like just on
that's
stupid
crazy.
map.
I've
seen it before. Yeah, people have done that before. Doesn't include the game at all. I've seen this.
No code even?
No code.
That's insanity. Yeah.
I forget who did it, but yeah, there are collector's editions that are like over $100 and don't have the game in them, and then you have to buy the game separate.
Yeah, and I think if I'm right, if there's like a early access thing for GTA, I think we're going to see an unprecedented number of people overpaying for this game. Unprecedented. And I think
it'll make me sick.
I know, Mike, you very boldly a few episodes ago predicted that GTA 6 would underperform because of Discourse Online. I think you're going to be in for an extremely rude awakening when this game comes out.
I just get a vibe.
It is going to smash. It is going to smash and destroy.
Rockstar can't keep getting away with this. They cannot keep getting away with releasing the same game with a new coat of paint.
They've done it.
Will play for 15
They've done it like
years,
6 times now.
They can't keep getting away with this.
And let me tell you one thing. When they announce a firm release date, people are going to clear out from that date like they're running from a nuclear bomb.
I thought you were going to say it's going to be like a national strike. People are going to be calling off work.
Well, I mean, I guess that too.
It's going to be a general strike.
Any developers within a 1 month radius, at least of that game, are going to flee for the hills.
Yep.
So I'm just interested. And this is someone, I don't care for GTA at all.
No.
But I am very interested from an industry perspective to look at this game because it's just something unique. It's something that doesn't happen ever.
How are we going to talk about it? Because are you going to play it, Amit?
I'm going to play it. I'm just too curious. I'm going to play it. Even though I hated 4 and 5, I'm going to buy 6 and play it and give my honest thoughts. So
I could change my you could. I'm not gonna pay $80.
You don't have anything to play it on, bro.
Right, because it's gonna be PlayStation exclusive. You're right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
still think there's a decent chance they backtrack that because of the delay. Because I think it was only 6 months to PC last time.
Yeah. And if they delay it again, why? Then just launch it everywhere, right?
Just launch it everywhere. But we don't know that yet. Yeah, I forgot. I'm not even going to be able to play it. That honestly is like a blessing to me because I am someone who falls for the hype sometimes and buys a game. Like I did it with Diablo 4. I knew I wasn't going to like it that much.
Yeah.
And I bought it anyway, and I should have waited for a sale because I did like it. I had $20 liked it. I didn't $70 like it, and Grand Theft Auto might be that for me.
It is one of those rare things. I wouldn't do this for any other game, really. I don't think because I know the previous 2 games in the series I didn't like, but I'm gonna buy this game and play it just because I'm too curious. Right? It is going to be too big to ignore. Right?
Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to play it just because me and Rockstar have beef.
I
want to see I've never played a game from Rockstar when it was new. Like Grand Theft Auto, I played it much later. I don't even think I got it when it was new on PC. Red Dead Redemption, obviously, I was very late to the party on that, 7 years or something.
To maybe just cap out our predictions / analysis. I mean, if Grand Theft Auto hits this year, it's a shoo-in for Game of the Year. But I will say, the previous 2 Rockstar games did not win Game of the Year. So there's a chance, right, of something coming out and usurping it. But, it's not going to be something known, right? I don't think Wolverine or Saros or Fable or whatever.
Grand Theft Auto is going to get Player's Choice, though.
Yeah,
it'll be the
undoubtedly,
Wuthering Waves of this year's Game Awards probably. I think it's going to be another indie Game of the Year though. That's my prediction.
Mm-hmm. I think if GTA 6 comes out, it'll probably win. But I'm excited because for the past 2 years, we've had such wonderful surprises, and I'm excited to see like what this year holds in terms of like game surprises. Because Claire Obscura Expedition 33 was a surprise to me. Like I knew it existed, but I had no idea it would be like that, right?
Yeah.
And then Baldur's Gate 3 was a similar situation where I was just like, holy, like back to back, two of the best games I've ever played in 2024 and 2025 and 2023 as well. Elden Ring, right? Mm-hmm. But that was a known quantity. Like everyone knew Elden Ring would be great.
It was like the most anticipated game years before that.
Yeah. Fun fact. Claire Obscura has now surpassed Elden Ring to be the most awarded game of all time, of a Game of the Year awards.
Deserved, so, I think.
Yeah. I think it's deserved, but I think if there are any two games that could go head to head, it's those two.
Yeah.
Just incredible games. But any other analysis, predictions for the year before we move on?
I mean, this is a pretty safe one. Well, I guess I don't know if it'll come out this year, but I strongly suspect we're going to hear about an expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds in the near future.
Yeah, that was planned for this year, right? Like,
well, we don't know.
Wilds came out last year, and they said it would be next year, right?
No, they didn't say that.
Or is that just precedent?
There's no. All we have is precedent. There's only ever been one Monster Hunter game that didn't get a G rank or a Master Rank expansion.
Hear me out. I think we're getting an announcement of the expansion after Arch-Tempered Arkfeld.
That's my theory right now too, but there's no... That's purely based on vibes. There's no evidence to support it or anything. Oh, supposedly we're getting a Switch 2 version of Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay,
that is going to run at 60 frames per second, according to Digital Foundry.
No
crazier.
60?
They were going through so it has 3 profiles. It has a docked 30, a docked 60, and a handheld 30 profile for Switch 2, apparently. And, Digital Foundry went over it in their podcast today, I think. And I was watching it, and it's... I don't know, man. If they can get it to run on Switch 2, then
there's no excuse.
I'll throw my hands up and say this game should have been delayed for a year. Like, I've loved my time. I've played it over 200 hours now. I'm playing it. I'm playing it a lot still. I love the game, but if there was that much performance left on the table,
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
that's really shameful. And I do hope it's true, I guess, because I would love for that performance to happen. You know, we have a friend who really wanted to play it that we played Helldivers with. I don't remember his real name. Soup something is his name on Discord. But he wanted to play it and couldn't play it on his PC. That's a pretty common story I've seen. Performance has just really marred the game, and it would be nice if they could get their act together for Master Rank. Because that's when the game really comes into its own. That's when the best content Monster Hunter games typically have is in their Master Ranks. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope it releases this year, but we don't know for certain.
Also, speaking of Capcom, Resident Evil is imminent, and
that's really soon, isn't it? That's February.
February. Yeah,
I'll be getting that on launch probably.
Hell yeah.
For the first time. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it on the show probably.
Yeah. I don't know.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 is coming this year. I don't really care about that much though.
Yeah, I don't care. It's a Monster Hunter game, but it's not a Monster Hunter game, you know.
Yeah,
I do think we'll see a lot of a Switch 2 ports as well. I don't think we mentioned that when we were talking to Nintendo, but
yeah,
like I think they Call of Duty is actually coming to Switch 2.
The Switch
Nintendo
2 is
the first
like
time in forever.
In what we've been talking about, where the minimum spec is kind of getting solidified a little bit. I think the Steam machine helped. We have the freaking Steam machine coming this year, by the way, supposedly, or early this year.
Probably still TBD.
The minimum spec, I think, is kind of getting solidified, like Mike said, and the Switch 2 is like. I expected it to cream the Steam Deck, but apparently that's not really the case. It's a little more neck and neck than that. But that like performance where you can have a compromised experience of modern AAA games on the go, I really think most newer games coming out are going to get Switch 2 ports. I think it's going to be the exception for something not to.
Yeah.
Like GTA is probably not coming to Switch 2, but...
We didn't mention this, but Sony is certainly looking forward to a a handheld PlayStation as well, right? Like that power saver mode they introduced on PlayStation 5 is a harbinger of that. And they want developers to be having modes ready for that, graphical modes ready for that, so it can run on a handheld PlayStation 6. So
I think
handheld is back in a big way.
Have you seen the numbers on this? I keep seeing it in the context of Monster Hunter, and some of it like feels like fanboy cope, that the PlayStation 5 is not doing that well in Japan.
Oh yeah, that's true. PlayStation has not been doing well in Japan for a long time right now.
Okay.
Like PS4 did not do well in Japan. PlayStation, for all intents and purposes, is like an American and European.
Interesting.
That's their home now, not Japan.
That is
Nintendo
why
is Japan. Like Nintendo is dominant in Japan now.
That is why the Monster Hunter Switch 2 port, like that's what people are saying is Monster Hunter. Obviously, they have a huge audience in the West now, but they still like Monster Hunter Wilds did not do particularly well in Japan, I guess, and they're not happy about that, and they think part of it is subpar PS5 sales. So they want to get it on the Switch 2 so more people can play it. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but like PlayStation is almost a non-factor now in Japan, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
But it is so like obviously USA is the biggest market for everything, right?
Well,
PlayStation,
China.
Nintendo, whatever. But yeah, it's not a factor really anymore sales wise in Japan.
Interesting. I didn't realize that. It will be if they release a portable. I think that'll
a portable, would be a huge boost, especially in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good predictions.
Yeah.
Let's get into what we're playing. I'm gonna kick us off so you guys don't have to hear me talk about Palworld later when we're all tired. I am
still playing it.
I'm so
man. This is going to be a bad
game
we've been playing this week. I
really?
Just looking ahead of what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Is it Monster Hunter?
It's Monster Hunter.
I'm going to talk about Monster Hunter.
I've basically finished. Like I'm in the end game grind of Palworld now, and this is the furthest I've ever gotten the game. Right? Like
yeah, I'm surprised you're still playing because you have like 100 hours in 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But to be fair, I do leave it on like a lot.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking at your, I think Discord showed me your playtime or something, and I looked on Steam, and I was like, my god.
I did leave it. I do leave it on like a lot. I left it on overnight last night.
Okay.
As well.
So that makes these numbers more palatable.
Right, but it's still disgusting. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, I've played a humiliating amount of Monster Hunter this 3-day weekend. So.
But like, I just wanted to talk about like some of the stuff they've added to Palworld since it launched, right? So it's had a few expansions. A couple of them were pretty major, right? So the latest expansion was Faybreak, I believe, and it's like an entirely new continent with new pals, new bosses, new dungeons, all of that fun stuff, right? And it's a very dangerous place, right? It's like an end game area, and I had a lot of fun exploring that with my friends, right? So, like a very distinct kind of memory of we were all prepping for Faybreak, right? Like crafting weapons, ammo, crafting pal spheres that could catch the stuff on there. And then we were all ready. We kind of just rode out on our dragons across the sea together, and it was epic.
I'm sure it was epic.
It was just one of those things. It was cool, man. It was fun. It was funny more than anything.
Yeah, funny. Funny, I believe more. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like cool. It was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get there to Faybreak, and we instantly get targeted by anti-air cannons and shot down.
On your
so
dragons?
Apparently you can't.
Yeah.
So apparently you can't fly on Faybreak, which
Oh,
is something we didn't know.
That's really funny.
You can if you take out the anti-air cannons, which we figured out.
Okay, I vaguely remember my ex interfacing with freaking Faybreak and her bitching constantly about the anti-air cannons.
It was funny because like at first we were like, this doesn't actually mean anything, right? Like it's not gonna do anything. And then they like one shot our dragons. And we're like, oh,
did they die or do they faint?
So they faint until you put them back in the PAL box for like 10 minutes. So it is inconvenient, right?
That is a long
you basically
time. Yeah.
lose flight. Right? But like since then we've basically conquered Faybreak. We all have bases on Faybreak to collect hexalite. And hexalite is a resource you need to craft some of the end game stuff. Actually, it's funny. It's funny how into the weeds I got, right? So like one of the end game resources is called corallum, and it's only like fished up from the ocean. And fishing is like a new mechanic they added recently to Palworld, and it's this whole thing. And rather than look into fishing, I was like, what is another way I can reliably get corallum? And this is the absolutely twisted thing I came up with. Or not came up with, like I found by doing research, right? So, as we know, as I know, I don't know if you guys know, there's breeding in this game, right? Like you can have a breeding farm, breed 2 pals together, boom, 3rd pal. Unlike Pokemon, though, where like you need a Pokemon, a male, female of the same species, to create a 3rd Pokemon of that species. In Palworld, I don't know what the calculations are, but 2 pals produce a random 3rd pal. It's not like random every time, but like the combinations don't make sense, right? So I found that I needed a large quantity of Whalaska, which is like this ice whale pal.
Yeah.
Right? Because when this pal is killed, they drop corallum ore, which I can refine into corallum ingots, which I can use to make endgame equipment. So I found that by breeding a Ragnahawk, which is like a fire bird type pal, and I forget what it was, but it was like a grass type or like a normal type pal, it produced this ice whale, right? Like it doesn't make any sense in terms of like logistics, but Palworld just has these weird formulas of like certain pals when bred together equal, X pal plus Y pal equals Z pal. And there are calculators online you can look at to see what it would produce. So I set up a breeding farm. For them to breed, you need cakes. So I set up a wheat farm to grow the wheat for the cake. You need berries, so I set up a berry farm. You need eggs, so I set up a pasture where my little chickapees could graze and lay eggs. Same with the mozzarella, because you need milk. They provide milk. So I did all that, made all the cakes, put them in the breeding farms, and I have 2 breeding farms set up so I could produce more Whalaska. Now here's where it gets fun. Are you guys still with me here?
These words are like Monster Hunter monsters. I just don't understand them.
So
where's the Ebony Odogaron?
Yeah.
So my pals are producing lots of eggs, right? I have an egg incubator set up that's hatching all these eggs. As soon as these eggs hatch and produce a Whalaska, they go into the automatic pal disassembly conveyor belt.
Oh no!
Where they're then butchered for parts automatically.
That's real. So we do that with chickens.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sad.
You like sex chickens, chicks, and if I think it's the male ones that get turned into nuggets like immediately.
They get turned into nuggets immediately.
Are any of these related to Roggy, Jaggy, or Baggy?
So true.
So these Whalaskas, right, as soon as they're born, they go onto the conveyor belt where they then die and turn into precious corallum ore, which I then use to smelt my stuff.
What's your rate on this farm? Like how many Whalaska are you getting?
That's the pipeline. So it's tough, right? Because like they take a while to breed, and then the eggs take a while to incubate.
Yeah.
So that's like my time limiting factor there. So that's where I'm trying to optimize. There are ways to decrease egg incubation time, and that's what I'm looking into currently.
Okay. But couldn't you also just double the size of your?
I could just have another breeding farm, right? So I have 2 right now. I could add a 3rd to the equation. Mm-hmm. And I might do that, right? But it's like finite resources, right? I can only have 20 pals at my base. Those slots are taken up by like other people.
So it's not a Factorio situation. You can't expand.
No. You're very, very limited in Palworld.
Okay.
So that's the current dilemma I'm facing. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like diving into these kind of mechanics and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. So I talked about Faybreak. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that Palworld has been doing collaborations with other games.
Yeah,
so the first game they
right?
did was Ultra Kill. I don't know what Ultra Kill is. Maybe Mike. I think you've talked about it.
It's a boomer shooter, I think.
Yeah, I haven't played Ultra Kill, but I've heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was one collaboration, but I think bigger for us was a Terraria collaboration.
Yeah.
And that was actually pretty neat, right? So there's this whole island called the Island of Terraria, and they have a Terraria.
That's such a lazy name.
Oh, I don't know if that's what it's called. Like,
okay.
I'm not entirely sure. I think it is, but like that's not the important part.
Yeah.
But they have a dungeon there, and inside the dungeon, there's a lot of stuff from Terraria, right?
This
So
is
there's
your
the
biggest
slimes.
exposure to Terraria, right? Like you haven't played it much.
I didn't play it beyond like playing it with you that one
Yeah,
night.
we played like 4 hours maybe.
Yeah. Which was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But so it's got the slimes, it's got the bats, it's got like the floating swords.
Yeah.
And there's like a Terraria exclusive like gear you can craft, which is cool. The boss at the end of the dungeon is the Eye of Cthulhu. So you beat him, you get the loot, and one of the items you can get is I might have to describe it to you. You might remember, Connor. I don't remember the name, but it's like a bunch of these swords that
The
fly out in
Terrorblade.
automatic.
No.
That sounds right.
Terrorblade?
Terra Prisma.
Terra Prisma. The Terrorblade is one of the things that makes the Terra Prisma, I think.
You can also get a Terrorblade, I'm pretty sure.
The
in
Terrorblade
Palworld.
is one. You have to get it like every in-game sword, and then you craft them together into the Terra Prisma.
Yeah, the Terra Prisma is completely broken. I'm just gonna say it.
It's
here.
broken in
Like,
Terraria too. you know?
In Palworld, you basically become a god with this thing.
But it's like I've never
I-
gotten it. It's such a pain in the ass to get.
Oh yeah. It's much easier to get in Palworld, but like I was able to solo the Faybreak tower, which I thought I would need my friend's help with, but I was able to solo it with the Terra Prisma. Like it provided me with such a DPS boost.
Yeah.
So
Is
that's
it like
cool,
a
right?
pal
Like,
or is it a weapon?
it's a weapon,
Okay.
right? So you've got these swords floating behind you that just fly out and
Interesting.
kill things. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So that was like the Terraria dungeon, and like I said, there's like all sorts of like things you can catch the slimes and the bats and like
That's
put them to
nice.
work inside of your base
Yeah.
as pals. Like they're not actually pals because they don't show up in the Pokedex or whatever,
Yeah.
but they are little creatures that like provide some function,
Yeah.
right? Like, so you can use them in battle or use them to
They're
work on
like
your
the same
base.
as humans, are right? Like
Basically, yeah.
yeah.
But the other thing, right? Like, so another endgame activity in Palworld are raids.
Mhm.
And oftentimes the raids are just like really rare pals that you can only fight during via raids, and that's the only way to get them to. You have to beat them in a raid. But another thing they added was a Terraria raid for the Moon Lord. Do you know what the Moon Lord is?
Yes. The final boss
Okay.
of Terraria.
I assumed it was a Terraria thing, but
Yeah.
like when you clear the dungeon, you get a Moonlord sigil, and you can use that to craft something to summon the Moonlord. And it is very much a Palworld raid boss. So that's fun. You can get your friends together. You can get like 20 of your pals together to attack this thing, or even more, I think. So it's a very it's huge fight, right? And you have to like target its weak points, right? It's got eyes on its hands and stuff. So you have to like target its weak points before its heart is exposed, and then you can target that. Very much different from mechanically than any of the other raid bosses I've fought so far. So they definitely put some effort into this Moonlord. I assume that's how you fight him in Terraria as well.
No.
I don't know. No, you don't target like weak points or anything like that.
Yeah, kinda. It's more like each of his limbs, I think, is
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so like he has like an eye on each hand, and you have to target that.
Oh
in-
yeah, that
in
is
Palworld.
how he is in Terraria. Yeah, it's his eyes and his hands, and then on
Okay,
his
so
head. I
yeah,
thought it
so
was just the hands,
a lot
yeah.
of really like obviously some of this stuff was lost on me because I didn't get too far
Yeah.
in Terraria. But I think as a fan of Terraria, a lot of this stuff would be very cool.
Dude.
Seeing it implemented in Palworld.
If you ever want to play
Um,
Terraria, say the word.
Dude, one day it'll happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very interested in Terraria.
Good
But
game.
yeah, it was sick seeing the Terraria crossover in Palworld, and it's really fun doing like
they have the
kind of
music?
end. Yes,
Is there any
yes.
like boop,
Um,
beep, boop, bop, boop, boop, beep?
It was
boop,
like-
boop, bop.
Well, it was when you first
The
log
overworld
into
theme.
Terraria, the overworld theme.
They should
That's
have
the
played the
theme that
underground
plays.
theme. The underground theme is the iconic one.
That's the theme that plays in the dungeon. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if the theme that plays during the raid boss is something, but I don't.
I couldn't
remember
tell
what
you
it was.
the Moonlord's music. It's been so long.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't remember if Eye of Cthulhu had its own music as well. But
It
anyways, yeah,
does,
the
I
Terraria
guarantee it,
stuff-
Yeah.
very cool. I was into it. Very good crossover, right? Like I thought they did the crossover justice. They did Terraria justice in this. But yeah, having fun with Palworld. I will say, just to kind of round it off, I will probably be playing less Palworld going forward. because my friend hosting the server was just like, "You guys are crack addicts, and I need to take this away from you." So the server is
That's a
going to
good
be
friend.
way more. Well, yeah, he's right. He is right. So, but the server is going to be way more limited because me and my other friend were just we're turning into absolute freaks playing this game. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's Palworld.
I guess I'll go
All right,
next.
you guys want to talk about Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah,
So
go
I
for it.
played a degenerate amount of Monster Hunter Wilds, but I actually like put a new build together, playing Sword and Shield, really fun. Don't have a ton to say about it yet, really. Just been playing a lot of the in-game content and having fun. But after you mentioned your PS Vita last week, Ahmed, I felt compelled to get mine out, and I downloaded a fan translation of Monster Hunter Portable 3rd.
So let me ask you first. You said that you weren't able to turn it on initially, but you fixed it. How did you fix it?
You just let it charge all the way. I've had to do that before.
Thought I did that, but I'll try again. Yeah.
Did the little orange light come on?
Yes.
Was it blinking or was it on steady?
I don't remember now.
If
I'd
it's
have to double
blinking, it will not turn on. You have to charge it longer.
check. Okay.
And it took a very long time, like all day.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think like the controller, like USB, there's like a controller for it to determine how much power to send. And I imagine that the Vita's like dead. It doesn't have enough power to even do that. So like it defaults to the lowest power.
Okay,
Probably.
yeah. I'll give
I'm
it
making
another
that
shot.
up. Anyway, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. It's one of the Monster Hunter games that never came to the West. It's also the only Monster Hunter to never get an expansion. It only has low and high rank. But I'm just really enjoying it so far. I tried, like, I wanted to play some old school Monster Hunter, and I tried Generations Ultimate. And Generations Ultimate is just, like, kind of overwhelming, and it doesn't really have a story. And, I don't know, I was just really having trouble sinking my teeth in it. It just wasn't catching me. It also is, like, it runs at 30 FPS on a Switch 2, which is just really annoying to me. I couldn't even tell you what frame rate, Portable 3rd is running at because I just don't care. It's a PSP game. It looks like Detroit. Like, it looks horrible. It's like running at original PSP resolution on a PS Vita screen, which doesn't look very good. I have no idea what the frame rate is, and I'm just enamored with it. I think it's so cute. I think it's like Rise. It's a very Japanese village. It's called Yukumo Village, and I hated it in Rise. I think it was more the color grading in Rise that bothers me. It's like super washed out. And Yukumo is like these warm, almost autumnal, I guess, colors. And the maps are very like Journey to the West, Misty Peaks looking maps that you're exploring. And I just,
That's cool.
I think it's very charming. I really like it. However, I get why Monster Hunter didn't catch on until much later. And it's not the game. I've always like thought it was the game. And I was like, I guess it just didn't get with modern audiences. The PS Vita has 2 sticks, and that's what I'm playing on. The PSP only had 1 stick, and so your left stick controlled your movement, and the D-pad controlled the camera.
Oh no.
What?
And it didn't have lock-on at all. There was no like lock-on to the monster of any kind. And that I tried to play it that way, and I couldn't recommend that to anyone. It is hell to play. I guess people clawed it back in the day. That is how they did it. They did the old claw.
I never got the whole claw thing.
And I
that's
I mean, that's the only way.
I found it unplayable. Thankfully, the custom PSP firmware thing, Adrenaline, has a setting to make the right stick emulate the D-pad, which is just such a godsend. So I can use the right stick to control the camera like God intended.
So how do you move then?
The left stick.
Or you were emulating on Vita. Okay.
Yeah. So I have 2 sticks, thank God. But this is like I'm usually the guy who says like you gotta play on original hardware. You gotta. I would never recommend to anyone to play a Monster Hunter game on the PSP. Play it on a Vita, emulate it somewhere that you can change these controls because they are untenably bad. If I had to play it that way, I would not have continued it. And I'm someone who will play Monster Hunter in terrible conditions.
Yeah,
but it was so bad. And also like the PS Vita, we've talked very kindly of it. It's really showing its cracks this time that I'm playing it. My console has been sitting gathering dust, and so it needed cleaned. And it is not an easy console to clean. Like it has a lot of crevices. It's a lot of glossy black, like piano black on it. Very difficult console to get playably clean, in my opinion. And that's annoying. And also, that's an early OLED screen on the Vita. It's really, really dim. I had like a normal amount of sunlight, no glare, just sunlight in my living room yesterday. And I was trying to play it, and I couldn't see max brightness. I couldn't see what was going on this screen at all. The Vita has not aged particularly well in that way. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
But just interesting. I know people have heard me talk about Monster Hunter a lot, so I tried to talk about the Vita more. I still love my Vita, and I'm excited to continue playing it. I probably won't talk about it on the show again unless I beat it. But great little game. It's one of those that I'm playing it and I'm loving it, and it makes me sad because it's like I could not reasonably ask anyone else to play this game with me. Like making you download a PSP emulator, making you download a ROM of Monster Hunter Portable Third because it never came to the West, making you patch that ROM to be in English.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of effort for what?
and then I imagine there's like some hoop you have to jump through to get online play to work too. To just play a Monster Hunter game that is like pretty unambiguously like not as good as Rise or Wilds. Like it's just, I like it, but it's not like Wilds is a better game.
I think the other portables are more well regarded than Portable Third.
Really, because I really like Portable Third. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it way more than I enjoyed Generations Ultimate so far. It just has less fluff. It's just, here's a village. There's a monster that they don't like. Go kill that monster for them, please. Like, and that's enough for me. And people say Monster Hunter doesn't have a story. That is kind of a story, and more so than what you get in Generations Ultimate, which just hands you a list of quests that is 15 pages long, that every monster in the history of the franchise, and you have no idea which one you have to kill to get the story to progress, or you know. So I like the cozier, smaller scale of Portable Third more. It's just fun. It's very fun. It's very Japanese. Like, it's hot baths instead of food before a hunt. You have to like go take a dip in the bath and like drink a drink that changes what skills you get. And I think that's really funny. I don't know. I just like it. Full marks from me. It's also where Zinogre comes from. And Zinogre, I know you haven't seen Zinogre yet, Ahmed, but Zinogre is like,
I think Zinogre.
You've seen him, yeah. I think he's the number one most popular monster in Monster Hunter. Maybe Nergigante. But Zinogre is up there, and this is Zinogre's first game. He's the flagship in this one. He's like a lightning dog.
He's Disco Dog.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
He's very cool. Yeah, that's Monster Hunter Portable Third and Monster Hunter Wilds. How many Monster Hunter games can we get in here? You got a third one, Mike?
I do have a third one. I started Sunbreak finally. So
I actually want to tell this. I tuned into Mike's stream the other day just long enough to spend a bunch of channel points and make him play a master rank hunt with a weapon he's never used before.
A weapon I've never used, did not have a build to support it, and then did not have it crafted. So I just had to go off like the Guardian weapon.
You only carded once though, right?
Yeah, I only carded once.
Yeah,
I was
it wasn't
impressed.
bad. It was the bow, and you did pretty well.
Yeah, I was impressed at how I didn't triple cart to that Tetranodon.
Yeah, Tetranodon, the frog turtle thing.
I used a lot of potions, though. I definitely used way too many potions.
A lot of resources consumed.
Way too many resources. But Sunbreak is...
It's pretty good, right?
It's the Master Rank expansion. I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm only on Master Rank 2 right now.
Oh, so you're still very early. You're not much farther than you were when I was watching.
Not that far. I had to go to work afterwards, so I think I only did one or two more hunts on the back lines.
I think the difficulty curve in Sunbreak is better than Iceborne. Iceborne, to me, that's the Master Rank expansion for World.
Iceborne kind of
kicked my teeth in immediately.
It hits you with like a brick wall. Like all of a sudden you're fighting new monsters in Master Rank who are way stronger than any monster you faced before, and you have no idea what they do.
Yeah.
But thankfully, everything in Iceborne is in an expedition, so you do not have triple cart penalties.
Yeah.
You can cart as much as you want. You just have to kill the monster. But I think like Monster Hunter World, I triple carted maybe on some of the Elder Dragon fights the first time. That was it.
Yeah, same.
Like end of high rank. I think just Bonbaro, I think I carded 5 or 6 times.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Just Bonbaro.
Yeah, I in Iceborne, same. I think that's the first hunt of Iceborne.
No, it's the second.
Okay, it was definitely
second hunt.
early Iceborne. I hit a wall hard.
Viper Toby Kadachi, I carded I think 3 times.
Oh my
too,
god,
as well.
Viper Toby Kadachi was hard.
But
Sunbreak eases you into it. Sunbreak is like, kill these crabs.
Like Sunbreak's like, kill the crab. Hey, you remember these monsters you fought in the last 2 ranks? Fight them again. Now they might have a new move.
Yeah,
but that's like everything gets a new move, and they move faster to deal with the fact that in Rise you're playing a monster hunter on crack.
Yeah,
like everything's very quick, everything's very fast, but everything's faster in Master Rank, so it actually will deal with you.
And for the uninitiated, you have these moves called Silk Mines, and you have what's it called? The grappling hook.
The wire bugs.
The wire bugs, and you can like essentially grappling hook your way out of danger at any time.
Yeah.
On a cooldown.
That's cool.
And throughout the base game, mostly you could use it without thinking too much. But once you got to Master Rank, most of the monsters like will punish you if you use it at the wrong time. They'll like catch you out of the air and hurt you. Yeah.
If you get knocked back, you can use wire bugs to not fall on your butt. You just grab the ground and you fall normally.
Yeah.
Right back on your feet. Sunbreak counters that. The monsters will have counters to that. Yep. I know what's happening. I don't use Wirefall. I just take the hit because I know I'm invulnerable when I'm flat on my back.
Right.
It's iframes. It's free iframes.
And you have to learn that in Sunbreak, and you didn't really have to learn that in Rise. Sunbreak is a lot of good content. It's also probably pre-Wilds the best story in Monster Hunter. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And I could see certain people liking it more than Wilds. It's a little less grounded, but you're like serving. Rise itself has almost no story. It's much more like Portable Third, where it's just like there's a village, there are monsters attacking it, blah blah blah.
The rampage happens, and that's about the end of the story. But I do like how in Sunbreak you can progress Rise's high rank at the same time, because I didn't notice you could do that in World.
I don't know if you could.
I think you just gained Master Rank and by playing Master Rank hunts in World, and you didn't grind your hunter rank up at all. But I am progressing both high rank and Master Rank at the same time by doing Master Rank quests.
But Sunbreak, Rise was the first Monster Hunter. Rise was the first time they did named characters, and Sunbreak was the first time they made those named characters interesting. There's actually character arcs going on in Sunbreak. There are Fiorane is a character you get to take into hunts with you, sort of like Olivia in Wilds, and she does cool stuff.
Cool variants. I really like the Blood Orange Bishaten. Bishaten. Oh my god. It's a different take on the same monster, where instead of throwing fruit at you, it throws exploding pine cones.
Dude, you have some sick monsters ahead of you. Sunbreak actually brought a monster from Frontier to mainline. Frontier was an old Monster Hunter MMO.
What monster did it bring?
I think it's Espinas.
Espinas? Yeah, Espinas. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, a lot of the Rise monsters I've enjoyed fighting. I really enjoyed Goss Harag. It just keeps hitting. Magnum Malo was the only monster that I fought so far where I'm like, I wish I didn't have to fight this.
Yeah. Magnum Malo.
No, Almadron. Stupid mud snake. Actually, that one.
I like a Piscine Wyvern.
I'd rather fight Magnum Malo than Almadron. I made it a point not to even touch Almadron in high rank.
Magnum Malo grew on me over time.
Magnum Malo is at least interesting. He's hard, but he's interesting.
I don't see him coming to Wilds, but I wouldn't be mad.
I hope they completely stop giving me Piscine Wyverns for the rest of my time playing Monster Hunter games.
I don't think you have any more ahead of you in that one.
There's the variant of Almadron.
Yes, you're right.
Which is yet another Piscine. Well, actually,
I think Lavassioth might be in it too.
Almadron's a Leviathan, not a Piscine Wyvern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the only Piscine Wyverns in this game are Gyrodontus.
I get confused in the classifications.
Yeah.
I just like to say them to sound smart.
Yeah. You only had Gyrodontus and Lavassioth. Or Lavassioth's not in
Lavassioth's in Iceborne.
In World. Yeah. So you only have Gyrodontus, which God, I hate Piscine Wyverns. They're all bad.
Yeah.
They haven't it's telling that they haven't introduced one in this generation yet, and in World they introduced 2 of them. Or 3.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any in Wilds. I think.
I think people didn't like the classification. No one liked Lavasioth. No one liked Pysioth.
They're really moving away from the monsters that do stuff that you kind of can't. Which I kind of don't agree with, because you could always use sonic bombs to get them out, but they're moving away from monsters that like go underground for a long time or go in the sky for a long time. They're really moving away from that time wasting.
Yeah, because like sure you could use flash pods and stuff and screamer pods, but I believe in like Master Rank, there's at least Iceborne, all the Master Rank monsters get immunity to flash pods after a little bit.
They build you can only use so many,
And when you're fighting a Rathalos, he's going to spend 90% of his time in the air, and you're going to want to flash him out of the air.
Yeah, and that's why
just
Rathalos and Rise doesn't do that. They fixed that. Like, Rathalos and Rise does not spend a ton of time in the air. He's very aggressive.
In Wild, he also isn't in the air as much. Like,
but you can still get him with a flash pod and get a free knockdown, which feels great.
Yeah, it's
the best of both worlds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm glad they're pushing away from it. I'm glad they are pushing away from getting stalled out by these monsters that kind of just run away. I
actually have a question. You've played a lot of Monster Hunter now. Have you ever timed out a quest?
I have not yet. No.
I timed out quests on Monster Hunter 4U when I was in high school, and I've never done it again. Like I went back and I played through all of 4U, and I've never even come close. So what was I doing? I
think you just weren't optimizing.
They're like 50 minutes long.
As long as you're doing proper damage, I think the longest quests I've had are 15 to 20 minutes in Rise and World.
I had a 30-minute hunt in Wilds. I did the 999 star in the Windward Plains, and that actually took 30 minutes. And
for a solo monster, I think anywhere like under 15 minutes for a solo monster, around 20, 30 for double or triple hunt.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes a monster, I think, is average.
Oh, speaking of which, did you do the Arch-Tempered Jinhad free challenge?
Not yet. No, I did not.
It ended 5 minutes ago.
I have not touched World or Wilds since GOG. I beat GOG.
It ended 6 minutes ago, I believe. Today was the last day to do the free challenge.
I've kind of burnt out on Wilds again.
I thought I had, but like something hit me this weekend. I played Wilds all weekend. Like I played probably 5 hours of Wilds every single day for 3 days.
And one day, maybe when Master Rank is announced, Ahmed will finish Wilds and fight Gog Mazios.
Maybe it'll just be the wind blows, because
Ahmed, have you fought Zoshia yet?
He fought low rank.
Zoshia. Yeah, you haven't fought high rank, so you haven't completed high rank, because I think Zoshia is end of it's the end of like the official story, and then Gog Mazios is the end of high rank.
Ahmed only got to like Hunter rank. Like he was very early high rank.
2 hunts in high rank.
Yeah, you
That's
did like
crazy.
Yeah.
Granted, we're still in the high rank era of Wild, so
yeah. I am now Hunter rank 305, I think, something like that.
Yeah, it's all the grind you have.
Yeah.
Now, like once you get Master Rank, you're gonna have a whole new set to grind, and the monsters are gonna be harder, and the end game's gonna be different, and all that high rank grinding is gonna be not entirely useless, but
you will have to finish high rank in order to get to Master rank.
Yeah, you have to finish.
Yeah, so.
I think the cutoff will be the second fight with Zoshia.
Yeah, it'll be like Hunter rank 40, Hunter rank 60.
Yeah, either Gor Magala or Zoshia will be.
Yeah.
Oh no, not necessarily. Yeah, well, I mean, Rise, you didn't have to finish high rank at all.
You had to get to like Hunter rank 50, I thought.
No, to do Sunbreak, you unlock Sunbreak.
Maybe I just did.
As soon as you do. No, you have to finish, you have to fight Narwa the first time to do Sunbreak. And then once you kill Narwa, it's open-ended high rank. You basically just have to get to open-ended high rank.
Okay.
Which I think might be Gor Magala, actually. You might have to fight Gor Magala in Wilds to get the Master rank.
I think you're right. That's probably what it'll do.
Zoshia. Yeah.
Because Zoshia wasn't even in the game at launch.
Yeah, I think it'll be either Gor Magala. I think Gor Magala is the last. No, it's the last fight with Arkveld.
No, it's crazy to me to think about your experience with Wilds, Amit, because you did like it, but like you didn't play any of the part that is anything like any of the other games.
Yeah, you didn't play like the open-ended part.
Like you never went to the Gathering Hub. You never it just...
I think the Monster Hunter games get a lot more fun once you reach that, like, just start fighting
I do too.
things.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the low rank story in Wilds, and I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. I really liked it.
The high rank story was okay too.
But I love right now, like, I have a group of people that I'm playing with, and I hop on, and it's like, all right, guys, what are we hunting? Because I don't really care. I just want to fight some monsters.
Like, what are we going to kill?
And
it's the combat that's fun now.
Yeah.
And I know Master Rank's just going to be more fun. It, like at some point, I want to go into Wilds and face every single monster with every single weapon.
Oh my god, that would take...
Type beat.
Yeah, that would never stop.
I think the only one I don't want to do with every weapon is Omega, just because I know that will take
He's so hard.
Decade. It'll take a literal decade to do.
Did you ever beat Savage Omega?
No, I have not. So
I beat him.
Take me a literal decade.
I had a moment, not to brag, but this felt so good. I put together a sword and shield build, and I was learning this weapon in Wilds. And I think it was Sunday. I was just hopping in random Savage Omega lobbies, and there was a guy named Alex who was on voice chat, and I just kept rejoining him because he was funny to me. And Omega was charging, and I caught it with my shield and got a what is it? A clash, a power clash. And Alex yells at him like, "You're my boy, Connor." This guy that I don't know. And I was like, that feels so good. That was better than like getting accused of hacking.
Listen, when I was fighting Gog Mazios, one of the couple first times I was fighting it, there was this bowgun player who kept fainting, and he was like faint number 2 or 3 with insurance, and he's like, good job me, now the whole team's gonna lose because of me. He's sucks. Like, he's really dogging on himself. I'm like, oh my god,
it's just not that deep,
one
man.
One part of me is like, I don't know why you're hating yourself. The other part's like, how are you feigning this much on phase 1 of Gog Mazios with a bowgun?
That's
the other part of me is like, how?
Yeah,
how is this even? What are you doing, man? I'm playing like Charge Blade up in Gog's face, and the bowgun player is fainted 3 times. Like, how? How are you doing this? How'd you get to this point?
Good video game.
Yeah, it's a great video game. It's fantastic. It's so fun. I think all 3 that I've played have been fun.
And it's just, and now it feels like bottomless content.
Yeah, now I have people on stream telling me to play like Generations and For You. I'm like, oh god.
For
really
You
started something.
For You, I recommend highly. Generations Ultimate just did not grab me. I guess if you don't care about the story at all and you just want to hunt a bunch of monsters, you will like You.
Jesus, but I'd have to play it on Switch, which is the worst part, and deal with that.
You could, you would have to play it on Switch. I was gonna say For You could emulate on PC.
For You I could emulate, but I'd have to play on Switch, which means I'd have to deal with Joy-Con drift and everything.
And you'd have to buy it.
I'd have to buy it. Which, I don't want to touch.
Get through Sunbreak first.
Yeah, get through Sunbreak first. I wish more Monster Hunter games got PC ports. Honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Just publish them all. Capcom just released Monster Hunter Collection for $120 with every single Monster Hunter in a collection.
I'll say Generations Ultimate would go down a lot smoother at 4K 120, 4K 60, anything other than 720p 30.
I don't know how people played Rise at 30. I don't know how they did it.
It's a really stable 30 from what I've heard. Like, it's a rock solid, good frame pacing 30. But that, that's still kind of cope. Like, but I played For You at an unstable between 30 and 60, and it just didn't bother me. It doesn't bother me on a handheld. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine. I don't know what Portable Third runs at, but I can't imagine it's 60. It's got to be 30. But it feels fine to me.
Yeah. God, Rise is fun. I'm really liking the movement. I'm liking the punishment of the movement.
What weapon are you making?
I'm playing Longsword right now in Rise.
Okay. That is the right weapon to play in the Japanese inspired.
Yeah, it feels good. Something about Longsword just clicks with me, and landing counters just feels really good.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm punished right now if I miss a counter, but
that's fine.
It feels fair.
That's gameplay.
It's gameplay. I like Switch. I have already gotten the achievement for using a bunch of Switch skills, and I'm 4 hunts into Master Rank.
Nice.
So, literally my playstyle is build meter, switch skill to use all my meter, and switch back to build meter again. I am utilizing the mechanic that they have presented to me to great effect.
Well, I think one of the two of us needs to play a game other than Monster Hunter before we record next. We did talk about Monster Hunter for 30
I have
minutes,
a game that I
2
can
weeks
talk
in a
about
row.
next week. Actually, I do have a game next week because I'll talk about Marvel Rivals next week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you
I
hate
forgot
it?
I had been playing it. No, Marvel Rivals.
Okay, who hates it?
You.
I never said
I know I like
hated
it.
No one.
I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped it when Monster Hunter Wilds came out. But
Maybe
like,
I interpreted that as more hateful.
Yeah.
Than...
Well, I dropped it because at that point, like Wilds came out, and the person I was playing Rivals with all the time was playing Wilds.
Right. God.
Yeah. So I ended up just playing through Wilds with
Yeah.
my ex or whatever, my ex and my friend Dalton.
Well,
So
good video games. Play Monster
It's
Hunter.
fantastic
If
video
you take one thing away from any episode of this show, it's that you gotta play Monster Hunter on whatever platform you have available to you.
Monster Hunter is the game. Give it that Game Talk seal of approval.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
And
like
the
we give
Master
that out a
Rank
lot.
I may break my DLC Game of the Year rule for Master Rank.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Rules are rules, man.
I will
rules are made to be
say
broken.
that it is Master Ranks are usually a full expansion and a full, basically a new game.
Yeah, it's a doubling. Yeah,
It's a doubling, so I would say expansions are okay, DLCs are not.
I actually hate that. I don't think
Well,
DLC
if it
can be
doubles
Game of
the
the Year.
content, if it doubles the content, I think theoretically it could be.
We'll hash this out at the end of the year.
Yeah, like Iceborne, I consider different from Monster Hunter World, and Sunbreak, I consider different from Rise, because it's a brand new progression. You start at the beginning doing the exact things you did at the beginning of low rank, but everything's hard.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah,
But you can't play Iceborne without World.
You can't.
right?
yeah, you have to play through World, but you don't have to play. You only have to put 20 hours into World to play.
Only a measly 20 hours.
A measly.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm shutting this
25.
down. I don't.
Yeah.
This doesn't pass the.
This is 25 hours.
It doesn't
You
pass the
only
sniff
have
check.
to play 20 hours.
If
20
you use
hours.
Defender armor, it's only 15 hours.
It's actually using Defender, you're probably 15. Yeah, it's like watching One Piece. You only have to watch 20 hours.
You
of it
watch
to
your
really
mouth.
get to the point, to get to where it gets good.
Choose your next words.
But I don't
carefully.
consider each arc of One Piece its own show.
No, I would not
Maybe you
tell somebody
should.
to start on Elbaf. They would not
Yeah.
get it.
Start.
Peak this week, by the way. The first time we saw Luffy
Yeah.
in like 6 months.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
It's the sitting on a cactus argument. After about 20 hours, sitting on a cactus gets kind of good, you know?
Real.
Stockholm syndrome is the word.
No, I think.
All right.
I think it's time to wrap it up. Yeah.
Thank you all for listening. You can follow us at Podcast Game Talk on YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok. You can click the link in the description of the show to join our Discord and talk to us there. And please like, rate, and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast services you use. Thank you, Connor and Mike.
Yeah. See you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.